Well, hello everyone watching at home and at work. It is Tuesday during the Our Promise campaign, which means it's another day to highlight an amazing philanthropic organization. Today, I'm at the Children's Receiving Home. This is the first child-focused organization that we've highlighted this year, and we're so excited to be here. Thank you for having us. I am joined here by Glynis Butler-Stone. She's the CEO. Hi, Glynis, how are you?
Hi, Patrick, I'm good. How are
Thank you again for having us. We're really excited to be here and to highlight the great work that you do. We were chatting just beforehand. How many years has the Receiving Home been open?
77.
Oh, 77 years. So tell the viewers about the great work that you do.
Sure. Well, we were founded in 1944 as a project between the Junior League and the Rotary Club of Sacramento.
Okay.
And the idea was to provide emergency temporary shelter care to children in Sacramento.
Wow.
And we provided that service for the last 77 years. We've been in this location since 1964. So we've been here a while.
Yeah.
And one thing that's happened that changed for us is that there's been a legislative movement for kids to be raised in families. And it's called the Continuum of Care Reform. And with that, the use of shelters was declining and decreasing. And the use of families, so that more kids would be raised in families, more families have opportunities to take foster kids in. So what we've had to do in the last 5 years is really redefine ourselves and the services we provide. So we actually now provide intensive mental health treatment services to traumatized youth, ages 6 and older. We also have a day treatment program where kids come here during the day and live at home to keep them out of being psychiatrically hospitalized. And we offer a preschool program for our littlest children that have suffered trauma, that are 2 to 5 years of age, who can't make it in a traditional preschool. So the goal is to get them so that they can go to kindergarten.
Wow.
When they hit 5.
So you're really doing a lot of work.
Yes.
And you know, we hear specifically, you mentioned the pivot 5 years ago, but obviously everyone had to pivot last year with the COVID pandemic.
Yes.
That still kind of is ongoing.
Yes.
And I think it's interesting when you talk about a prioritization of mental health skills, because obviously mental health is on everyone's mind these days.
Yes.
Can you speak to how COVID has impacted the work that you do and why sort of advocating for mental health amongst our youth is really important?
Right. Well, obviously the statistics are not looking good for children and suicide attempts and mental illness and mental health treatment. Our day treatment program was full the whole last year because of the fact that they were trying to keep kids out of hospitals. So our program was very, very busy. Our kids living on our campus, as you can imagine, had to do distance learning and couldn't go on activities, and we had to close our dining room, so the kids actually had to eat in the dorms. So it was a really difficult and challenging year. So I'm happy to say that we're back eating in the dining room, but you wouldn't think that that was a big deal. But if you're stuck in your dorm for school, there's no activities, there's no dining room, and you expect them to be healthy and happy, it's been a very difficult year for our kids.
I can't imagine. How many children are typically here, are typically housed at the Receiving Home?
We typically have about 25 to 30 kids on our campus at any one time.
And ranging in age, obviously, right?
Basically, the youngest is 2 in our preschool through 19. We do have some kids that stay in our program until they're 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does partnering with a program like Our Promise mean to an organization like the Receiving Home? How can these donations help your cause?
Oh, it means the world to us because of the fact that probably about 15% of our funds come from employee work programs and such, and donations and donated dollars. So it's a huge help to us. As you can imagine, the price to care for kids has gone up. Our funding is all through governmental contracts and grants, and so those never cover all the needs of our kids and such. So really these workforce giving programs are essential to our existence and our survival.
People might not realize, but 15% is a huge portion of an operating budget. So this really could be an opportunity for folks to really have a worthwhile impact. If they wanted to learn more about the great work that your organization is doing, what are some ways that folks at home can go about doing so?
Okay. Well, you can look on our website, which is crhkids.org. sacramento.org, as far as opportunities to give, to volunteer. You can also look at us for your United Way.
Look at how organized they are. This is your specific Our Promise campaign code for this year, which
Yes.
is 9174. Be sure to take note of that along with your federal tax
Yes.
ID. We'll
Yes.
post all of that. But I just think it's so inspiring hearing about the work that you're doing. We, in all of the nonprofits, frankly, that we've interviewed, have really spoken at length about how mental health has been dramatically impacted for the clients that they serve and the communities that they serve. And I think that the work that you're doing here is a really prime example of the good that can be done. And so if there is any sort of parting words or inspiring words that you'd like to say for folks that are watching at home who might also be dealing with some of those issues, or for their nonprofits that can help advocate on behalf of mental health, what would you like to say to folks?
I would just like to say we also didn't mention we have a suicide prevention program that works in the community. And so that is an outreach program that's primarily targeted for foster youth, former foster youth, as well as the LGBTQ community. So we're very active in that community as well. So I would just want to encourage all of you to stay healthy, and that if you need help, to please reach out for it, because this is not the time to be proud. We all need help, we all need support, and we're just one of the organizations that's available to assist if you have children that are in need of support and services. Now's the time. So, and thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and hopefully people will select us for their giving. As I was sharing with Patrick, that we've 77 years and we're still standing, and we're still going strong as an organization, and we've gone through a lot of changes and a lot of challenges, including a new CEO this last year. Thank you. And then there was this little pandemic.
All right.
So, but we're still here, we're doing great work for kids, having great outcomes, and it's all because of the community, and the community support is so important for us.
Well, you can just feel the warmth. It's palpable here. It really, truly is. And as we mentioned before, we'll get all of the details about how Our Promise folks can give back to your worthy cause. But we like to always end on some good news. And I'm happy to announce, as it is Tuesday, a raffle winner, a prize winner. Now, we're only doing one today because we're going to do a second one on Thursday, which means they've got to tune in Thursday too to find out if they win. But today's big winner, help me with the drum, can we? Is Jolene Cole. Jolene Cole is with the High Speed Rail. So congratulations, Jolene. You are our Tuesday winner. Look for details in the post and find out how you can claim your prize. But in the meantime, thank you so much for having us. It's really been a treat and a joy.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you soon.